SoFi stock's down, which really shouldn't surprise you at this point, considering the futures market fell through the floor yesterday. Oil went to 120 a barrel, guys, which is insane. And even though it's down now to under 100 a barrel, the overall market has actually seen a little rebound like we covered in my last video. SoFi's still down despite all of that. We're down 3.5% right now. We actually got to the 17s again in the overnight market, and now we're holding over $18 by a thread. And honestly, guys, I'm not too convinced in the short term here that we're going to hold it based on the way the charts are looking right now. So let's dive into it, break down the charts, go over what I'm doing here, and I want to go over other stocks I'm looking at, the overall market as well, if we have time. But first, guys, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, join the Patreon for my portfolio updates and my private Discord. I'll see you guys in there. And with that being said, cheers. Let's get into it. So again, SoFi is down about 3.5% right now, trading at $18.25. And with this move that we got in the overnight market, with this move we're seeing today as well, we're now pretty much erasing all the progress from last week, right? SoFi looked pretty good last week. We hit 1950 on, what was that, Thursday. Then we started to dump a bit on Friday. The trend started to break there. And now we're just, again, completely breaking the trend and giving back all the gains from last week. So we had a couple good days in a row, but now things are starting to tumble back down. We have a death cross here on the 30-minute chart now. We're back under these moving averages, right? And on the 1 hour time frame, you can see the same thing. Back under these moving averages, the downtrend's continuing, lower highs, lower lows. I almost said the wrong word there, guys. Lower lows, lower highs. And at this point, it's hanging on by a thread at $17.80, $18. But I feel like that's going to break. And if it does, we have a one-way ticket down to $16.50, which is right where we were before we got news that Noto bought more, $1 million worth, right? So we're pretty much there now where Anthony Noto bought. So this is a critical spot, man. If we take out, and by the way, he bought, I think, 56,000 shares at $17.88. So if we break through that $17.88, which is kind of right where we held this morning, $17.80, and in the overnight market, we held that at $17.70. If that breaks, guys, I think we're going to get more red. We're going to go to $16.50. This descending triangle is going to play out, in my opinion, which is forming right now. It's been formed for a little bit. So I think, more downsides coming here. Honestly, I do think that. And I said in my previous video that overall, the Qs right now, which are about to go green, believe it or not, it's crazy. But the rally we're seeing in the Qs and SPY, I think it's just a relief rally. I think it's a bull trap in the short term. And look, with this rally, we're now almost at $600. That was support for weeks. It's a big resistance right now. We're right at these moving averages, right at 600, and sure, it could go up a little more, 605 maybe. But until we get out of 605, 610, I'm convinced this is a bull trap. I think oil is going to go back over 100 a barrel, and I think we're going to get some more red in equities. That's just me. Call me crazy, but that's the way I think the charts are shaping up, and for that reason, again, I think SoFi is going to see some more red before it sees green again. And I've said this before 100 times. You can be bearish on a stock in the short term, but still long-term bullish. That's exactly what I am here on SoFi, guys. Long-term bullish, short-term bearish, and that's been the case since the stock was at 25 a share. Once we saw it break through here, excuse me, guys. Once I saw it break through 25, I was like, guys, it's time to be bearish, and it's been downhill since, right? That was a technical break, and like I said in previous videos, I mean, I don't see SoFi going much lower than $15, $16 genuinely. I don't see it going to 12, 13, but if it did, I mean, look, I'd be loading the boat at 12, 13, but I don't see it getting there. It's always a possibility, though, but a more realistic drop in the short term would be back to 15, 16 a share. And I think, honestly, Noto would buy more there. And if we got confirmation that he did buy more on a drop under 1788, that would give SoFi even more, confidence, or the investors more confidence. And ultimately, man, we're going to be nearing a bottom soon here. Again, if Noto is heavily buying in the 16s, 15s if it gets there, 14s if it gets there, that's going to be a good sign. And I think, again, when you're seeing your CEO buying, that gives confidence to investors. It doesn't guarantee a bottom, but it shows us that we're nearing it. We're getting there. If the CEO sees a lot of value and he's buying, that's ideal. At this point, SoFi is down 3.5%. The entire market's down. I think the overall market, we're seeing a relief rally right now, which could end up suckering in some buyers that might regret it later on this week. And like I said in my previous video, I'm considering some puts maybe here to kind of cover my longs. If we get more downside here, throughout the week, the puts would, make money, obviously, in layman's terms here, while my longs go down. That's the idea there, and it's a short-term hedge. And the idea with that is, guys, not to continuously keep buying puts and puts and puts and try and time the bottom, but the idea is, okay, the profits you take from the puts, right? You can then buy stocks with that profit when the stocks go lower. In a perfect world, you buy puts, the market goes down, you profit, and you buy more stocks you like with that profit at a cheaper price. In a perfect world, right? That's how it plays out. But it doesn't always play out like that. And that's kind of, what I'm looking to do here. And like I mentioned in my other video, guys, let's cover some stocks here. I'm eyeing up Coherent to add more, but I'm being a little bit, cautious here because, again, if the Qs see this dump off, which I think is going to happen, I think Coherent's going to go back to 220, 230. That's where I'm looking to add more. So I'm in the stock with an initial buy around 250 last week. Now we're at 240. We're about to fall through, it looks like. I'm being patient before I add my second tranche here of shares. So Coherent, I like it. They just got added to the S&P. Circle Internet Group, guys, it's defying the laws of gravity here. This stock has gone nuclear. I mean, I don't know what's going on here, with Circle Internet Group, but this name is one that I used to own. I sold out of it, and it seems like it's been up since. I mean, that's a lie. I sold out of it here. I mean, it was a great sale by me looking back. If I held it, I would have made more money now, but I would have had to eat a 50% loss, pretty much 40% loss before seeing it go to where it's at now. So I think my average was like 80 a share. I ended up making a little bit of profit on it. I got out of it, and then it went all the way to 47. So that would have been a brutal paper loss to eat there. But now it's back to 110. Guys, this is nuts. And at this point, Circle Internet Group has pretty much filled the gap to 110, which 110 was support all throughout September into November. Then we fell through it. It became resistance. So Circle at this point, guys, if it can somehow take out 110 here in the short term, which would be almost wishful thinking, I don't know, it might, but if it takes 110 out, this could fill the gap to 140, 135, 140, 150 in due time. But I just don't think it has enough juice left to do that. Honestly, I don't. Or maybe that's just the pessimistic side of me speaking, because I sold out of the stock. Maybe that's why I'm saying that. And maybe it just goes right to 150. But at this point, when it comes to momentum, today, Circle is one of those names, no doubt. Coherent is up. XNet, which I'm in, is up on the day. They have earnings later this week. I'm excited about them. Nvidia's up, which is my first or second largest position, depending on the day, right? Nvidia's up 1.1%. in the midst of a red day here overall, which is a good sign that we're potentially nearing a bottom on Nvidia, that the value is just way too good here to be passed. It's up on a red day. We're almost at 180 a share. And if you're looking at Nvidia on a forward basis here, guys, their forward PE is like a 20, a 22. It is just, it's ridiculous if you're looking at the forward. If you believe those estimates from analysts, right? It's not, a bargain basement value by any means. It's not dirt cheap, but guys, when it comes to mega caps, it's a pretty good value. I'll say that. If you think they're going to even exceed those forward estimates, it's a screaming buy right now. And for me, look, like I said, it's my biggest stock. I'm up a good amount on it. I was buying it a couple weeks ago in the 170s. And for me, I'm just holding on. I don't have clients to answer to. I don't have a timeline here. I don't have these quarterly targets to hit like the hedge funds, the institutional managers. I can just hold on because I know what's going to happen here. I don't know for sure, but I'm confident in my in my thesis that we're going to get to 250 a share on this stock. I think we're going higher even long term. And it's just being held down here. Artificially, maybe. I don't know. But I think it's a great buy for me. I'm holding on tight. If I didn't add a ton already, I'd be buying more here. It's just one of those stocks that I just think everyone knows about it. It's not a secret. Obviously, it's freaking Nvidia, but people are not so pessimistic, but they're pessimistic around the AI trade, that they're overlooking here, that this has more juice left to be squeezed in this trade. People think it's over, but it's just not. The stock's at the same price it was at almost. Jeez, guys, we're in March. This is nuts, but it's at the same price it was at almost a year ago. I mean, back in the end of July, it was at 180. So I think it's going to springboard. I think Nvidia is going to springboard to 200 plus soon here. Once the market turns, it's gonna rip. So I'm in it for that, and I'm in it for however long it takes. Now, if Nvidia is at 180 in 5 years from now, and I'm still in it, I'll give you guys permission to come and slap me in the face. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think in 5 years we'll be a lot higher. I think in a year or two we'll be a lot higher. We just have to, be patient. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. It turned from a SoFi video to a market video to an Nvidia video. Interesting times, man. I'm excited. These times excite me. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe. Join the Patreon. I appreciate all of the new members that have been joining. I hope you guys find value in there. I post my real-time buys, sells, my trades, investments, options, moves. Everything is on Patreon. And guys, on top of that, you get access to my private Discord. So if you're interested, it's linked down below. Also pinned in the comments, or go to stasurfs.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video.